Hello friends, Mrs. Munoz here again. I'm still here at the garden and I'm getting ready to plant some of the things that I've told you that we're gonna plant. Squash, bell peppers. One is gonna be red bell pepper and this one is green bell pepper. And also I'm gonna be planting some pretty flowers, pink flowers and white flowers. I don't know the name for these flowers, but I don't know the name. A lot of people think that in order for you to plant veggies, you need a lot of room. And in fact, it's nice if you have lots of room, but you can plant also in small containers like this one. So if you have little room at home, you can still plant. Let me show you that. This is a small container. And even here, with these little containers too, you can get your seeds started. You can find seeds in all supermarkets really. Or you can save your own seeds, for example, from a tomato or from another fruit that you're eating or veggie. You can save those seeds and plant them later on in a container like this and watch them grow. What they do need though is the light, the sunlight, and water. So that's all they need, and a little room to grow, of course. Okay, so let's move this camera here. So I'm gonna make the little holes for the plants, for these veggies. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna plant the squash. Right there, squash. These are small squash. Usually squash need a lot of room to grow, but these are the small type. Son calabazas chiquititas, no son de esas calabazas grandes como que usan para Halloween. No son de esas. They're little squash. Okay, so it's important that you air the soil a little bit so it's not compacted. Compacted means that it's like this, like rock, really, because the roots cannot grow into this kind of soil. Just have to make it like little airy, like this. See, so the roots can really grow. So you can make a little hole and then very gently, see all the roots here? So you break it apart a little bit with very carefully, and you just place it in this on the ground. Oh. And then you cover it. And then the second one. Now, one thing that I've learned is that important that you label what you're planting. I always forget to label things, and then I forget what I have. So, give it a little dirt on top, and then it is ready. You see it? Sorry. Okay, so, and then we're gonna plant the bell peppers. Here are the bell peppers. So there's green bell pepper and red bell pepper. This soil is actually pretty good because it's been raining quite a bit, so it's nice and moist. This is actually great time to plant things. Flowers and or veggies. So actually this container is super awesome because you can plant the whole thing. It doesn't have any plastic on it. So you can plant it, but this part you don't need. So pull it apart. Just go like this, a little bit, very gently, and you just plant the whole thing. This is the green bell pepper, I think. Forgot already. Let's see. Yeah, that's the green. Okay, so we have 2 squash plants, 1 bell pepper so far, right? And then on the other side, about here, I'm gonna put the wait, this is green too? Oh, I have the green. Oh, never mind. Okay, so I have 2 green bell peppers and 1 red. So let's put the green and green together, and the red is gonna go here. The basil is gonna wait. Okay, so I'm gonna go around. And then again the same thing. Make a little hole. This is again the special type of container. You just have to peel this part. And these are super good because it doesn't leave you much trash or plastic like this kind of stuff. So I have, if you have many of these, you can still reuse them. Don't throw them in the trash because it's still plastic. So reuse them as much as possible, because that way we don't give the earth so much trash. Plastic is really hard to disintegrate. Okay, so we have here the green bell peppers, and right here we're gonna put the red bell pepper. Again, the same thing. Oh, it's getting a little windy. Bell pepper. This is the red one. This one already has a little bud. Yes. That's gonna turn into a flower, and then the flower is gonna turn into a bell pepper. Same as with the jalapenos. And that's it. I also wanted to show you that I have to plant later on potatoes. These kind of potatoes I really like. They're super cold. They're small but very flavorful. They are called what are they called? Oh, I don't know. I just call them colorful potatoes. They're purple, white, and reddish in color, and they're small but very, very delicious. And I also have red onions that I'm gonna be planting. Potatoes are really easy to grow too, even in a small container. Okay, so we have 2 green bell peppers, 1 red bell pepper, and then I'm gonna put the white flowers here. Do we eat the flowers? We don't, but actually I always like to plant flowers along with my garden, with my veggies, because you know who really like flowers are bees, and you always want bees in your garden because they pollinize. Easy peasy. Okay, so I think I'm gonna water them a little bit, even though the soil is moist, but they're just planted, so they do need some water. I'm gonna save these for later on, and I'm gonna put this stuff away, and then later on I'll show you what I do with the veggie scraps, the food scraps, veggie scraps, and the eggshells. So I crush them with my hands. I like doing this for some reason. And of course you have to wash your hands. Okay, so now I'm gonna go wash my hands. And give them a little water here. Water them a little bit, and then what do we do after we plant? We wait. We wait and wait and wait and wait for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes more. You also have to check on them and say hi to them, to your veggies, and water them, of course. The water is super important. You don't want to put so much water that you drown them, and so little that they're so thirsty. So you just need the right amount. That's why your hands are important, to kind of like touch the soil to see if it's moist or not. Okay friends, so that's it. I hope you enjoy this planting. Stay healthy. Goodbye.